All right, so welcome to this morning. This morning, we're going to be working with exercises that have a narrow stance. And the importance of this is to just be able to categorize your exercises. So when you're doing them, you have a reference point, such as like when you're learning grammar and there's rules and stuff like that. We want to do the same thing with expressing our power. So the narrow stance is things that are going to come with when our hips and our feet have the natural distance. See, most people feel their natural standing distance is here. That is wrong. Your hips are not made that way. This is the natural width of your hips, right? And then there's like outside of your hips, shoulder width. And then there's outside of shoulders, you see? And that's what we find ourselves the majority of the time in our squats. I'm just saying that sometimes when I'm coming down this squat, it could be cool to have a wider stance, but once you're outside your shoulders, you're fine. Now we got this out of the way. Let's just do a quick warm up to get these in. So here I am walking. Inhale and exhale. Remember, I'm trying to fix my back by keeping my tilt in my hips a little bit forward so I could feel my tailbone like under me. Okay, good. And all we're going to practice is to have a wider stance and come back in. Wider stance and come back in. Not complicated, is it, right? Someone else might be, hey, it's a dance move, right? No. Just wider stance and back in. See? Now try with the other foot. Wider stance and back in. So you see, I never lost the tempo, really. I just went out and in. So you see how I kind of like destabilized my body and brought it back in. So I found my wider stance and I went back in. Okay, so now we're gonna go faster, but attention, back in. You could go faster, but you gotta slow down to find your wider stance and back in, okay? Good, natural, good, awesome. Next thing we're gonna do here right now is just understand that everything we're gonna do is going to be here, done here. So that means our plank, our crawls, our lunges belong in these movements. So let's get this started. Number one, my plank belongs here. So I got to treat my body as a block. I move here, everything stays straight. I bend my legs a little bit, and then I'm going to try finding my floor just with my fingers right here. Okay, I'm still in my narrow stance and back up and bring my arms above my head. Okay. This is to celebrate my narrow stance. So I'm understanding everything I want to do is going to be here. So here, I'm going to go forward a little bit further. Feel good here and bring it back. When I come up, stretch. Oh, that feels good. And back into it. So this is an interval training. I'm allowing my hips to come down as I'm keeping my abs squeezed. Alex, my cat ruined everything for me. Alex, what are you doing? What are you doing, baby? Not only you kicked my, no, stop. Okay, now you're gonna stop, baby. Look at this, people. This is what it is to have kids. Okay. All right, sorry about that. Boom. Hey, stuff like that happens in life, right? Stuff like that happens in life. Hope my screen's not too messed up now. So let's go back. Going down my crawl. Breathing. Here the point is, I have to feel my abs. My abs keeping their power so that my tension doesn't go in my lower back. And then coming back up and back here. Whew, coming back up, stretching. You got an extra break than me. And now we're gonna do something else. Instead of letting our hips come down, we're gonna pull in the left hand, pull in the right hand, and then move back. Okay, so this is working our abs a lot. Our arms are working a lot here. So this is another way of recuperating with my narrow stance. That's another way of doing it. How about this? They work, but it's a little bit too much doing both. You agree? All right, so going back forward now, and I'm gonna practice lifting up my hand and pointing at least in front of me here. Same thing with your hand, taking my hand close to me and doing as if I want to point. Why did I do that? Because pointing is a whole other story. Okay, you could really get hurt. So if you don't feel safe here, do not extend your arm. And now we're gonna go with extending the arm. Ready? Woo! Let's go for it. Woo! Okay, close to me. And oh, that's how much I could extend comfortably. Close to me. And that's about how much I could extend comfortably. Why didn't I do more? Because I was gonna get hurt. My body made it very clear, okay? All right, so now we got the planks going. Another one in our narrow series is my lunge. My lunge could be done in many ways. Here, I'm still in front of my foot. Almost. Oh, now I feel I'm in the middle of my foot, and here, oh, my body weight's more on my heel. This is where I should be going down. There is nothing on the back leg. This is the #1 exercise that I could repeat 20 times to someone, and they will still do their lunges with their body weight on the front of their foot. Let's take a moment of silence to understand why is it that no matter how much we explain this, unless the person does the conversion themselves, they're gonna expect people to say it to them and they're gonna keep forgetting. Don't be a person like that. So my body weight's more on my heel. All my foot's on the floor, but I can raise my toes if I want. That means I have the right distance. See, I have it here, okay? So here, all I wanna do is get my knees off the floor, and it's gonna use my thighs to do it. Okay? Someone else is coming in. Okay, so we got that at least, okay? So now that you're here, you're gonna notice that it's also a stretch if I stay here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to come back up and bring back that leg, okay? Stephanie, just mute yourself if you can hear me, okay? So next now is your way of finding my lunge. If I don't break this down into pieces, your lunge is always gonna suck, it's always gonna hurt your knees, and you're not gonna develop beauty and power in your movement. Now here, I'm on the middle of my foot still. So see here, so I'm using my wall to help me. Here's perfect. I'm perfectly on my heel. That means I could come down. But look where I am. That means I need a light lean forward to keep my body weight on the heel of the front leg. Now, can I lift up my back leg? Good. That means all my power is here in this leg. See? Just lifting up the knee of the back leg strengthens this leg. See how magical it is? One more time. Boom, I could feel the power here. And look, let's go back. Back. Now you know it was a lot of effort here, but at least you're gonna make sure that you could listen to your lunge, to your knees, to your muscles, and never hurt yourself again with that, because lunges, 9 out of 10 people don't do their lunges well. Just remember that. So here, narrow stance, right? One little step at a time. Here's my right leg. I'm still in the front of my foot, you see? Oh, I found my heel, good. And I bring my body weight there, and I'm gonna bring myself down. Okay, good. See, I found my angle, good. Now let's bring it back. Tough, huh? All right, another one here. Still in the front of my foot. Bring my body weight here. Good, I'm on my heel. See, I could lower myself a bit and back up. See, lower myself a bit and back up. And how did I come back? Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. The stretch is happening in the back leg here, but the power is happening here in the muscles. Power is here, here is being stretched. Here has the power. If you can feel that, you're good. I know I'm sweating a lot, and we just did like 4 lunges, okay? So now let's bring this together. I'm gonna push back my body here, add my hips. I'm gonna bring my hands towards the floor, and I'm gonna crawl. Now from here, I'm gonna keep my arms a little bit bent, and I'm gonna see, can I bring my foot flat to the floor? And back. Relax your feet and your hips. Can I bring my other foot flat to the floor? And bring it back. And crawl back. See, when I'm here in my posture, fix your posture first, and then stand up. And we're gonna walk it out. I'm gonna do the same thing again, okay? So pushing back my hips here. There's a limitation in my hamstrings. I'm gonna feel that, that's good, it's stretching. And then I'm gonna actively walk into this plank, and I'm gonna bring my foot flat to the floor. I wanna feel my foot flat on the floor, and I wanna feel comfortable here to breathe. I'm gonna breathe here, and I wanna feel like I'm breathing like Spider-Man position. Stephanie, if you could hear me, just try to press mute. mute on your microphone. And next, now we're nice and comfortable. Let's bring it back. So I'm gonna push back with my fingers, fix your posture first, and then stand up. If I don't fix my posture, I'm practicing to stand up with a terrible posture. All right, next, pushing back again my hips. And now it's going to be my left foot. See, I'm relaxed here, relaxed. Left foot, left foot. See, the same way we did the lunge. I brought up gradually. And I want to feel comfortable here. See, there's many ways I could stay here. My fingers on the floor, and I have a knee here. But I have a stretching position, and I have a stretch position at the same time. Just staying here is going to challenge you, okay? And then bring it back down. Lastly here, with this position, we are going to take it, and we're going to transform it into a stretch. So don't worry, boom, got you muted, okay? So let's do this. Last time, pushing back my hips. Here I am. And I'm bringing up the left foot first. And to turn into a stretch, what do? I bring down the back leg to really go stretch here in my hips, okay? So now I'm feeling it. Oh, and now see, I have the perfect support of both hands and my foot. So we just went from a power movement to a stretching movement, using the exact same foundation, okay? And here, and bring it back slowly, and walk it back slowly. Take your time, no rushing. I'm obviously not rushing. And up, woo, that was good. All right, one last time, but using the right leg. You ready? Okay, so we're expecting the left leg here to stretch at the hips, and we're expecting this leg to work hard, okay? So let's try it. So, in my position, I'm relaxed, I'm comfortable, and gradually get your foot flat on the floor. Me, when it's flat, it comes right beside my hand, like I was doing yoga and stuff, right? That's where it should be naturally, but as long as it's flat, it's okay. And I can stay here, I can practice feeling solid, you see? This is where this elegance and power comes from, right? Men and women need to have this. And now it's time to get up, okay? So when I'm doing this, my body weight is gonna go more on my upper body. My abs are always working, and see, bring back your foot, relax, and back, okay? So we did everything with the narrow stance here. There was nothing out here up and wide. That's going to be for tomorrow, okay? Good, now there's other things that belong here, okay? And we touched them this week. Another one that falls into this narrow stance is my hip raise and my sit-ups. We're gonna practice 3 movements here. Hip raise version 2, up, and then up, other leg, up, and style 1 again. Boom, okay? Let's just practice style 1 and 2 today. Style 2, up, left leg up, down, up, right leg up, down. One more time. Style 1, cement. Style 2, cement plus 1 leg. Down. Cement, right leg up. Down, and awesome. Woo, I felt that. How do I release the tension here? This could help a lot. Bringing one knee close to you and let your leg straight. It won't do that much. It'll give you some type of relief. Bring my knee up and switch. I said it'll bring some relief, not to the maximum. More relief would be found in holding both of the back of your legs. Because see, my tailbone is off the floor now, see? So I could kind of adjust something that's more comfortable to me here, and that would feel better for my lower back, which just worked here. Saw the connection? Let's do it one more time, and let's release the tension so you could feel the tension building and you could feel the tension leaving, so you know how to make tension leave your body, all right? So style 1, 1. Style 2, 1, left leg. Boom, like cement. down, and down. Cement, right leg, boom, and down, and down. Style 1, and down. Style 2, up, cement, left leg. Good. Cement, right leg. And we're going to do one more of each. One more. Style 1. Feel in the glutes, les fesses, the hamstrings, and the lower back. And back down. And one more time. Bridging up. Boom. Left leg. Cement, right leg. And down. And use the relaxation style that you want. I'm going to use this one. I took both of behind my legs. I tied up my arms like this. I tied them up. And I'm lifting my forearms towards my feet. See, I started here, but as I slowly slide my arms higher up, it allows me to change angles. But I want to be relaxed and I don't want to be in pain. I want to feel good. So when you stretch, aim to feel good. When you're doing exercise, aim to feel good by playing with the comfort of your limit. I'm playing, so I'm having fun. This comfort means I'm not going to get injured. I can still think. And then there's limit. That means I have to address that this is my limit and I could see it. And I could get hurt if I cross that. And that limit, it keeps moving from one workout to another because you're paying attention. All right, next thing we're going to practice right now is my sit-up. Okay, so there's the axe sit-up, as if you're throwing an axe. And exhale to squeeze your abs. See, when I inhale, it opens my abs, and when I exhale, it sharpens my abs. Let's try 5 axe abdominals. Inhale. And this is where I feel a maximum tension, right here. If I go higher, there's a break. So let me come back down here, keeping my abs tight, stretching them, and 2, 3. Oh, I spat by accident. 4. See, I'm staying where it hurts. Where it hurts my abs and not my lower back. Okay? And last thing we're going to practice, which is dangerous here in this position, is when my knees are up here. Okay? And this could save or break your lower back. So what you need to do is when you're doing your abs, when your abs are working here, your wall is closed and it's sticking your lower back into the floor. But when your abs let go, there's going to be a hole under your lower back where my cat is, and I'm trying to show my hand, but I could pass my hand under my back. That means my abdominals are not working. So that means that when I'm here, I need to keep my abs tight so that as my knees lower, I'm gonna feel this limit. Like me, it's about here right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. If I go lower than this, my abs let go and I hurt my back. And I'm gonna exhale back up. So inhale and exhale. Your knees as close as possible to your chest. This is why this stretch helps you. It helps you with your abs, right? Inhale and 2 more. And look at where my head is. Inhale and last one. Inhale and okay. And here's a little bit of a clinic. And what I want to explain to you is that when my abs are let go, this might happen to my head. And when I'm squeezing my abs, it changes the angle of my body. See, I have the same posture, but my abs are squeezed. Look, let me straighten my body in a plank. Let me let go of my abs. Let me plank. Let me crunch. See what happens? That's why when I was on my back, my head was off the floor because I was crunching my abs. And I could feel that my abs are closed. That means I'm closing the door to an injury when it comes to my lower back. So I hope that you just enjoyed the basic movements that we could do here. And the obvious movement that we can add here is to do planks and narrow planks and push-ups, but we will keep the push-ups for when we go with the wider stance we're going to see tomorrow. So expect wide base movements. So when you're at the gym or you're at home, there's movements that have a narrow stance and there's movements that have a wider stance, and you want to mix them up. And by mixing them up is where you start understanding that there's many ways that you could invent even new exercises that make sense, because you took a structure of what exists and you took a structure of what exists and you invented something with it. And that's when you take exercise and you turn it into your natural language. Because still, exercise is practicing to use your body, your heart, and your words wisely. Take care, everyone. Until next time. Ciao.